Still getting a couple of things ready, folks. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'll be on soon. Happy Halloween, by the way. Ooh, spooky, spooky. I don't have any candy on my porch, so I hope I don't get egged in toilet paper. Figured I wouldn't let it go black again. What's up, folks? Great time great time to have a cough, huh? And I'm wearing my worst shirt. I don't even like The Office that much. That's not an insult to the show, by the way. I enjoy the show, but it is not my favorite. So me having a Dunder Mifflin shirt's a little bit pointless. What can I say? It's comfortable. But yeah, weather's drying out and the pen's hitting harder. So I got a cough. But happy Halloween, folks. It's good to see y'all. Today we're going to be visiting a series that I played. That's going to look like crap the whole time. This is a series that I played back when I was doing streaming under the name Gravy Legs. Gravy Legs Gaming. And it was kind of a part of... No, it's scaled wrong again. Let's try to get it to scale correctly. Please scale correctly, man. There we go. That's a little bit loud. So the game series is called Penumbra, and it's by Frictional Games, the people who made Amnesia and Soma, which are also fantastic games. Penumbra was the game series that they released before, and I believe it is their first proper released game series. And the first one in that is Overture. Overture is a little bit more tame. Black Plague is where they really begin to pick up, where things really begin to pick up. Black Flag is Assassin's Creed, and I'm an idiot for saying that. So let's play it normal mode. My story began in February year 2000. I think we have some listening to do.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago. Okay. So the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time.
I vaulted a large amount of this game's story in my
father's
brain.
instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland.
Northern Greenland.
It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
All right. We are on a boat on our way to find my father. Let me just pin this other message. Better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances I can still pick things up using left mouse. I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Okay, just talking about the 4th wall level of controls there while I pin my message. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to have trouble not calling you Daniel because I'm used to playing anyone named Daniel in any frictional game. But here we are. Can of soup. Can I break the window? I can break the glass. Let's open the chest. No, open the chest. Thank you. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still have only one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. Sorry, I read that like shit. But what does a fisherman's wife know of a life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've watched those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but still feel better knowing that they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stonewall in the ice, and I'll do something special for them to celebrate when you come home with me. Or come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care. I'm reading terribly tonight. Sorry about that, guys. Let's put this chair back where we had it. Honestly, very advanced shader engine for this game's age. Can I rotate this? I don't know how to rotate. Oh, whatever. It's fine. Okay, I did some kind of setting. R. Okay, so R allows me to move around the screen, kind of do like edge scrolling. Gotcha. I don't fancy braving the weather until I have to. Anything in the drawer? Flashlight. Switches on and off via the inventory. I don't have batteries in there. I have to unlock that. I think the key is in my inventory, right? Equip that. Nice. Got a glow stick. And batteries. Good. The flashlight is F. Gotcha. Good to know. Good to know. So this map's a good decade or so out of date, but they must have changed much in Greenland. That's true. The land, like the amount of land to population ratio in Greenland is quite low. Cool. Seats able to do everything. What's one room for weeks at a time. I think it wants me to interact with everything in this room before I head out. grab this. Not sure what my objective is so far. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna want to put that coat on when I head out. My attention span is also just not the best right now. Good to have the notebook. Good. Gathering everything I need. Alright. I'm going to get going before dark. Sounds good. I know we're about to deal with the dark in some way, shape, or form. Oh, crap. Yep, northern Greenland be like... Let's throw a rock. Whee! It's not the time for that. Ooh, bunker! I have no idea what horrors await me down here. Must break ice. Let's get one of those rocks. Or can I grab you? No, you're frozen on the ground. Oh, it's freezing cold. Crap. Where's those rocks? There's the rocks. Give me one of you. Come here. Whoop! Okay. Interact. There we go. I see. Now that's helpful. Okay, we're in. All right. Here we are. It is dark, and I'm hearing voices. Ugh. Blech. Empty boxes of ammunition. This looks like an old wartime bunker. Take the flare. Ugh, that door's heavy. More ammunition. No guns though. Can't defend myself. That would be too that would be too powerful for amnesia. Christ almighty. Sorry, folks. Turns out I get seasonal depression and seasonal allergies at every season turn all the time now. I don't get to alternate anymore. I love it! Ooh, can of sardines. Probably still good to eat. I do hate sardines, though. My canned meat of choice is Spam. Don't like that fish. Can't open that. Okay. Can I move you? Ugh. Oh, I can. There's something behind there. Won't pull off with my bare hands. I do have that hammer. Yummers. Go ahead and knock that over, man. Yo. Use the hammer. Alright, here. Let me take some and bash it then. Not working. Let's do something a bit heavier. Steel rod. Don't mind if I do. Christ, what am I thinking? Hey, can I pick it up? No. Here. Need to stop playing games. Where's something heavy? Not a fuel canister. Something that'll knock this wood off. Oh, go away, door. Ooh. There's little treats behind the barrels. If I push you out of the way, maybe I can roll the barrel into the wood. Break the wood that way. No, not gonna work. Feel like a bit of an idiot. I know there's some around here that can bash that wood up. Nothing in the hole. Give me this. Oh man, I really can't pick that up, and it's in the way now. I feel like I can't swing the hammer for whatever reason. Oh, it's motion based. I'm sorry, guys. This is what I get for playing a game in the evening. So I have to click and then hold and swing. Gotcha. I can do that. What's up here? Industrial mechanism. There's a hole in the center and no way to operate. What the hell? Excuse you. Guess what? I can make noise too, motherfucker. Ugh, let's move that out of the way. Alright, let's go down the cave a little bit further. Ugh, get back in there, man! Dang it. Do I have to go back the other way again? Man, screw this. Don't like the fact that that dude roared at me. That makes me feel a bit threatened. Is he going to do it here too? Won't open my hand. Someone wanted to keep people out or in. Mysterious. I spiked that drink a little bit hard. I just went in a circle somehow. I tried to go the other direction. We want to go this way. What the hell? Okay. I'm officially not a fan of this. Yeah, so there's no way to open the hatch. Apparently this hole here Some kind of mechanism. I'm guessing I have to jam something into the hole. Like this rod? Ah! Open up in the name of Nero. Is that the right way to push? Do I have to pull? Oh no, I have to push. Ugh, come on. Don't retract. Good. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches. Oh my god. Located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought, but I realized that our entire society is in a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me. Friends, parents, teachers were too scared or too far away. These guys can do a story, man. I don't really relate because I wasn't bullied in school. I was just kind of too big of a kid. But I always felt for those who were. And I didn't stand up enough for those who were. And I regret that now, fortunately. There could be anything I've done here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face up against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know if I've got it right because of the blue tint of my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless someone's right on top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources. That is true. I'm going to keep the hammer in my hand for self-defense. Hide for a couple of seconds, so hold perfectly still. Alright, that blue tint on the screen means I am hidden. Nice. Storage room. Where does this lead? Lantern. Storage room. Let's go. What's that noise? Okay, I have an empty lighter. Have to go find some lighter fluid. Hello. Are you hiding something? I'm out of batteries. Crap, I gotta find more batteries. Are you hiding a hatch? Oh, indeed. Look at what you have done. Why would you do such a thing to me? Why would you engage in such deception? Don't you know I'm too smart for that? I don't have my flashlight anymore. I think that's a save point. Batteries! Oh my god, and a lot of bottles. Is there anything in them? I can't pick one out. Alright. Drop down here. If I remember correctly, we're about to hear a noise. Looks like this basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here more recently. What creature makes these markings? Ugh. Yeah, that's a spider. I'm more chill with spiders than the average person. But there's a lot of spiders I don't like. I love jumping spiders. I love velvet spiders. I tend to generally like tarantulas. I like wolf spiders, even though they kind of creep me out a little bit. And I like cellar spiders because they get rid of bigger, scarier spiders and other insects you don't want. Ugh, what the hell? What the hell are you? It's mummified, or the smell would have been. Ugh, this is a freaking looking thing. I hear that spider scurrying around. Are you stalking me, bruh? I don't take kindly to spiders stalking me. Ugh. Oh no. Okay. I know it said that the steam can blister your skin to bone in an instant. A lot of people downplay, and I say this because I'm someone who cooks a fair bit. A lot of people downplay how much steam can burn you. I kid you not. It can. I think steam can burn you as fast as a flame can, as a straight flame can, because I have encountered steam, and like the type of scalding I've gotten from a steam is far worse than any type of scalding I've gotten from like a surface burn or a flame. It's just because you don't expect it. Steam scalds fast. And when you're dealing with steam, especially intense hot steam, especially like if you have something that has a steam valve on it, never put your hand over top of it. I have a rice cooker. It's got a little steam valve. I put my finger on top of it by accident, and I gave myself a hell of a blister. And my skin sloughed off. It is terrible. Do not mess with steam. Treat it like it is an open flame, because to your skin, it ain't going to know the difference. It's just going to hurt the same. Trust me on that. Talking from experience. I cook a hell of a lot of food. I'm the cook of the house, my guy. I'm married and I'm the cook of the house. My wife is really good at cooking. She doesn't do it much because she doesn't like it, but when she does cook, she's really good at it. And she does have a skill that I can't do. She can take jarred Alfredo sauce and make it taste good. I can't do that. I think jarred Alfredo sauce tastes like hell. But I can make real Alfredo sauce, and she can't do that. She probably could. She just hasn't ever asked how to make it. If that were those pieces, I'd look like eggshells. I mean, considering this is the beginning of a tunnel, you're sure this isn't the thing that caused all these tunnels? A log of some sort. Can I pick it up and read it? You know, I really appreciate that. I forgot I can't do things when my hands are full in this game, because this game makes realistic sense. My earlier assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I'm concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach, which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic or even lethal. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid any stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. I have no source of light. I swore to myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voice on the other side, and the spiders are so tasty. Don't eat the spiders, dude. Maybe that'll cause you some psychosis. From the marks I've been making on the walls of my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scrawl, today is the 100th day of my new life. Over the past month, my edible friends... Oh, the spiders. My edible friends have become more and more aggressive in a swelled number and size. Whether this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I'm unsure. However, at this rate of growth, they will soon be too large to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could only be seeing the tip of the iceberg. If all fails and are never recovered, I hope at least the study of, and indeed involvement with, these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point of natural history. The greatest names in modern science got their more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this role has extended itself to my discovery of this delicious new species. Yeah, this reading and why I'm able to read right now, I've been struggling with insomnia lately, and it's affected my speech centers, so whenever I do a stream where I'm having to involve a lot of reading, by the way, please drink responsibly, and if you can't help it, don't drink at all, because it's not good for you. But I made myself a drink. And when I have a bit of alcohol, it loosens my tongue enough to actually speak cohesively, which is so nice when I'm on stream. I'm not using it as medicine because I know how that path goes, But seriously, as a solution, does it work? And I thought for Halloween night, might as well pour myself a little bit of something. But as I reiterate, I know I'm not on Twitch anymore, and I don't have to deal with their stupid-ass bullshit rules. But drink responsibly, my friends. Okay? And if you're a kid, don't drink. It does affect brain development, especially if you drink heavily. Same with weed. If you're under 20, I'd say if you're under 21, do not take THC or smoke weed. I have experience with THC, and I use it regularly. But it does mess with your brain because it rewires your neural networks, which in some ways can be good, but when you're a developing kid with a developing brain, it can cause problems. So don't do that. Side tangent over. Let's get back to the game. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. All right, man, your hubris is getting a little bit fat for my taste, but you know, maybe you have bragging rights. I really don't know. Ow! My skin. What's all that vibrating? Get me the fuck out of here. Pardon my French. I have some folks who watch this channel that might not like it when I speak with a good amount of branch. Let's beat the lock. Let's see if I can get it off here. Nice! Chests must be quite common. Oh yeah, the asset chest. Ooh, more batteries. I'm going to use the glow stick for now because it's working adequately. I'll use the flashlight later when I feel like I have more use for it. Can't pick up the wheel, so let's leave that. Broken lock. Can't throw that at someone's head. Ripperoni. What's the point of life? Oh yeah, these are shelves. Can I pull these down and get behind there? Is there anything behind there? Nope. Alright, no, it turns out I'm just an idiot. Let's go back to Steam bed. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, dude, just run through it. It's not going to hurt you. And now I know how bad Steam scalds you because I cook. And I'm like, hell no. What the? You good, man? Take the pills. I've begun this work in this hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value, despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous. My aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area into the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine is really cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3, I forecasted that today a rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location, and hence to busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both of these assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have found only danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously could find no sign of life whatsoever. I returned in what I thought was the direction of which I had come, but soon found myself in an unfamiliar locale. Confused but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat, only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beasts. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe now is most likely a... Excuse me, I was reading. Most likely a sprain, rather than a fracture. For some time I cowered and fled into the dark, but a few hours ago I discovered a door leading to the smaller disused part of the mine. The key which I still have in my pocket within that area, I discovered this storeroom, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. This place is a maze. My lesson learned, I will not venture out again until I am certain the area is safe. Day 19. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic, supplies diminishing, lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Day 34. I caught one of the accursed 8-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it, not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. It would be unlikely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today is the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the instance. This revelation also means I've discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. Attend a venture to the basement beneath the storeroom. For 4 days now, I've been surviving slowly up to zero sustenance prior to this point. Okay, I see. So then scientific findings 2 is where he's continuing to eat the spiders. Gotcha. And they're not venomous. Good to know. They just bite. Good to know. What's up, Luis? My number one stream guy who's always on when I'm streaming. And I really appreciate that. Like, for real. For real. Okay, this is the room again. Is there anywhere that is walkable back here, or do I just have to kind of continue to progress through this maze-like region? I guess I have to keep going through the series of tubes until I find what I need. There's the eggshells. You just checked out from the job. You're going home now. Good, man. Happy Halloween, by the way. I don't know if you celebrate that, but if you do, happy Halloween. Dusty old bags. There's another dead beast. I think that's... I don't know if this is the same one that I found before. It looks like it. Yeah. Really nice game. You've played Penumbra? Honestly, you would be the only other person I have ever known on this planet that has played the Penumbra games. I've played through Black Plague. I have not played Requiem yet because I haven't gotten through Black Plague. Because Black Plague actually kind of contains one of my phobias. Being stuck in kind of like a corridor, like almost like hospital type region, like really sterile type building environment. In an abandoned one of those, that is like a phobia of mine, and it triggers like a carnal fear. But I love the Penumbra series, and I love almost all of the frictional games that I've played. You good, man? Cool. But yeah, I've vaulted a lot of what's happened in this game so that I can replay it all. Yeah. Okay, I need the ladder. Get up there. Thank you. I think someone's been dragged through here. I've never seen this much blood before. Are you referring to... Ugh, yeah. Yeah, no, someone was dragged. Thanks for the key, bruh. Day 200! Day 200! It has been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months. Partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. By the way, can I just say, in my opinion, and this is not an insult to any other game developer that makes horror games, but frictional games are the best horror game craftsmen. Just out of the type of games that they make for horror and the type that they get into, like the more dread type of horror, I love it. And I think they're great. And their game design is fantastic. And I will play more of the modern Amnesia games. I do have Amnesia... I'm trying to remember that one, the Rebirth. I have Amnesia Rebirth. I'm going to end up getting the Bunker at some point. Okay, back to it. Not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair and secured myself within one of the smaller rooms above it. Sorry, guys. The only one with an operational door lock. The other reason is I have been recovering from a minor operation, which was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthetic. Even if I did have anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work. So anesthetic was out. Yeah, funny enough, Luis, I'm slightly drunk right now, and I read better this way. compared to my insomniac, fully functional brain. So this is the best. This is the best you're gonna get. Surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. So make sure it's sterile, man. You're going to die of infection. The procedure itself is elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ. Are you talking about your appendix or something? You noticed a thick, glue-like substance forming on your tongue and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxin ingestion. Another century of days comes and goes for 300, and not day 200, day 300. Another century of days comes and goes. It seems so long since I escaped here. At some stage, since my last entry, I tended to return from which I came. That from which I was originally fleeing seems a fate far worse than the one I now face. The weird wording. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mind system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever end life has in store for me. I still hear my aggressive little friend scratching on the door to myself. Alright, sorry about that bitter end, bruh. Being eaten like that kind of sucks. What the hell? Is that a tongue? Why is there a tongue? Oh, your tongue is what you removed. That's your tongue. That's what was filling with pus. Largest spot I've ever seen with its gut carved open. Nothing in the drawer. Screw you, man. Why would you use a drawer desk if you're not going to use it for anything? You know what? You deserved it. I'm kidding. Let's see. Is there anything in here? Frictional likes to reward you for exploring. And just when I use that as an example, it gives me absolutely 0. Let's get out of here. Ugh. Let's get out of here. Oh, it's a dog. I'm gonna equip my hammer just in case. If anything gets within a few feet of my hiding spot, I better not stare it out. Anything from my field of vision might panic me, and then I'm a goner. Okay. I know I can smack the dog with a hammer and it'll work. I've done it before. Can't get that out of my mind. Oh, I see him over there. Anyway, how are you, Louise? If you're still here. I hope you are well. That's the entrance. And I have to memorize this map. Let's go to the office. I don't see the dog. Okay, here's a save point. Whew. Awesome. I need to set my stream deck back up, man. I missed that thing. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. I still know this man before me is Howard. They call him Father. It was different, but same that time. Like I had no more control, but over what? 15th of August, 1945. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received. Standard emergency drills carried out. This was the original purpose of this bunker. So it was a storage area. One wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. Okay, this is World War II, or 1945. Closing in on the end of the war. Certainly not the end of the repercussions of such a war. So much history in this place tied up in words and left to decompose. Yep, that's the way it is, my friend. That's the way it is. Hey guys, I will be right back. Give me just a minute. I still got to take a bit more time just to get a couple of things situated, but I came back to share with you, especially my American friends, for the price, this salsa is the shit, and you should get this. Try to get the hot or spicy one if you can. That's the best one. But the medium is what they had last time. It's a little on the watery side, but it tastes delicious, and you should definitely get this over your standard jarred salsa, and it's about the same price. It's cheaper than Pace, and it uses organic vegetables, which I know that just means slightly less harmful pesticides, but, you know, it tastes nice, so get this. I'll see you guys in just a minute. was playing my stream on there. Almost back, folks. I'll hang out in the chat room for now, but I forgot to eat before my my stream. I made myself a quick deli chicken sandwich with butter leaf lettuce and provolone cheese. That right there is human fuel right there. I love chicken. I love chicken. I like chickens as animals, and I like chickens as food. Hella protein. Also low fat. Tastes good. Have you guys ever had chicken tikka masala? Do chicken the way Indians do chicken, man. They know how to do it right. Oh, I need a key. Key anywhere in here? Beef jerky. Nice. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. Not the right key. I don't think they'd leave the key by the chest. More jerky. By the way, guys, can I just say, Great Value deli chicken is better than any other deli chicken that I've had as far as like the prepackaged stuff goes. When it comes to fresh, fresh is better, of course. But if you're looking for like the best tasting, like deli chicken, like deli meat chicken, that like comes in the packaging, get the Great Value family pack because it is much cheaper, and God, it tastes good. I also have a sensitive stomach, and it doesn't really bother my stomach. So, if you guys are worried about inflammation, take it from me. I say as I swig a goblet of alcohol every couple of moments. I don't really know where I'm going. Shit. I have no idea where the dog is. Or how many dogs there actually are. Can't open it. Can I open it with the old key? I can. Get me in here. I just want to hide for my own comfort for a little bit. I'm a little bit... My nerves are a little bit elevated right now, bruh. I already have anxiety, man. I don't need any more. Can you close this door, bro? Close it down. Close. Keep it closed, please. I don't want to see no dogs in here. Might be a good idea to block the door. Yeah, that might be a good idea. Let's block it with some rocks. And a boulder. Or a barrel. I'm guessing it might have seen me through the cracks, but I blocked the door. I'm gonna go ahead and hide. Oh my god, dude. I forgot how much nerves... How much this game attacked my nerves. What the... Crap. Guess what, man? You're getting clobbered. clobber you, please? Let me clobber you with the hammer. No! Let me try again. Yeah, he busted the door clean down. I want to get in here. Yeah, I'm going to block that door off. I'm going to block it off with that barrel and this barrel too. Yeah, he's going to try to bust it down. So I'm going to get out of here while he does that. I don't have any flashlight left, and I hope I don't run into another dog in here. And eventually that dude's gonna bust it down because he's a psycho. Must be the only exit, and it's caved in. Okay, cool. Well, you're trapped here forever. You're boned. Really don't like that noise. Ay, man. No siree, not a fan. This is a keypad. Here's the map. I'm at the workshop. If I want to go to the northern area. That's actually where I'm going to try to make it to. I'm still worried about that bloody dog. Also, folks, I hope you do know it is much appreciated that you guys gave me the grace and patience to make myself a nice deli chicken sandwich to eat. I needed the fuel to get through the stressor of this stream here. It's the exit. That must be where the northern area is. I have to find the combination of that keypad. I really don't want to run into that bloody wolf. He down there? Nope. I don't see him. Okay, where are my options here? I've been to the office. I could try to go to explosives. And I don't know what much that would tell me. I don't see any notes for codes by the door. The door is also locked up. I have to find the code. I'm gonna have to probably go to explosives for that. My brightness is up just ever so slightly high enough for me to see. I'm not cheating with an extremely high gamma here, guys. You would notice, because I run this through a capture card. Yeah, I'm going to pop off to explode. There's the wolf. I'm going to go this way. Might be walking down that way too. Be careful. See them. I don't like that. Don't like putting up with you. hide back here a little while. I'm going to try to use the advantage of that blue vision to see if I can see him down there. I don't. I'm curious at what cycle he's roaming around. Yeah, it looks like he's mostly hanging around explosives. Please do not see me. Okay, I see him right there. I know you guys can see him too. Try to move around. Okay, I'm behind here now. Okay. See him through the crevice. See him through there? Through that crevice. There he goes. Around the corner. Trinitrotylene, or troylene, trinitrotylene. I guess it's TNT. Yeah. Cement mixers seen better days. Okay, what I'm here for is to see if you guys have a code. Can I open a journal anywhere? Found a keg of explosive fuse, a bonus of trying to pass the exit path clear. I want to see if I can find a code here. Doesn't look like it. Nope, no codes. Can't move the TNT around. I know the dog is still down there. Let's see. Can I take the TNT barrel? Can. I'm going to try to move it through here without him noticing. Not confident in my hiding right now. Please don't notice me. Only when I see that blue do I know I can relax a little bit. Amnesia doesn't even give you that, man. You don't know. Let's get out of here one time. Please don't see me, man. Please. Oh my my god. Christ. Right. Oh, there's a note. I love my workshop, but it's too great a hunting ground to let others gorge their faces. One cannot help but this codes. 2148. I'm guessing I have to find some fluid over there. If I keep my steps low, he shouldn't notice me. 2148. I believe was the code, right? I can look it up in the notepad again, but I want to test my memory. Okay. Two, 1, 4, 8, 8, 4, 1, 2, 8, 4, 1, 2. Okay, safe from the wolf. I think we are. Box full of old bits of string. Save point. Thanks for sticking with me this Halloween stream, folks. I hope you are enjoying your time with Ferroset TV. And I hope you continue to enjoy your time with Ferroset TV. If you are enjoying your time, please do consider subscribing or following or doing whatever you'd like. Because I would love to see you next stream. And if you're a VOD watcher, I see you. Love you guys too. Stick around. I love doing that. Sorry, I had to do it a second time. Hang on, let me adjust my capture card. It fell off of its mount again. Alright guys, be right back. Good news for the Wii guys, by the way. Not my Wiimote. My original Wiimote. Great shape. Gotta get a new dolphin bar because I broke my old one. But dolphin setup is pretty easy for me. If I have a problem, I'll just set up in a dual boot with Bazite and be done with it. Screw it. By the way, for those of you who are struggling with emulation stuff, get a second PC for cheap on eBay, like $60, and put Bazite on it. Give that a try. For real. Trust me. Trust me. All right. Why would you do that? Holes at least 3 feet below the surface lights being reflected through the ice. Something's catching his eye under the rocks. Ooh. I can now swing my pickaxe at stuff. Don't have any flashlights, so... I'll have that in my main inventory. Hope the hole was there before the spiders and not the other way around. Valid. Let's break them down. Man, PewDiePie, I'd love this game. You get to destroy the barrels. You don't have to just see that them like you have to in Amnesia. Can't break those, though, apparently. An electric fence has been put up recently. Find a way to get over. Is there a way to disable the electricity? Is this back the way that I came? It is. And I'm gonna stick around in the workshop. Look like they've seen some use in their time. Can't have been much fun working down here. Must have been pretty god-awful. I bet so. Yeah, I would assume the same. I think that's a pretty based take, as the kids say. Let's go down this way. There's the fence. Yeah. Railing coming through despair, was it ripped off? Okay, how do I deal with you? Is there a barrel or a wood piece or something I can use? Ouch. Nice. I mean, that got me over. Get out of there. Explosives. This is more like it. Crap. Door looks weak and old. Do I have the key? Yes, I don't. Where did that old key go? Let's break stuff until we find the solution. Actually, no, let's not. Let's look at the journal. Find the explosive storage which needs somewhere. Break down the locked door. I honestly did not expect that to work. But I'm glad that it did. Thanks, Frictional. You guys are ridiculous. Prefer a first aid kit, but if I'm injured, I can grin and bear it. Yeah, please take that, man. I would appreciate that. Ugh. Only a small hole at the top, not enough to reach in. Do I have a rope or a string? A flare. Fluid, lighter, gas. Do I have... Where's my lighter? Nice! My lighter now works. Dynamite. Let's put that... It's got a string. Crap! dry gunpowder. That's what I need. Cool. Can you pick it up or something? I already put that TNT in there. Cool, I do have that, so I have the dynamite. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the dynamite at that spot and then see if it blows a hole in that exit area and gets me where I need to go. Like this way. I want to be careful because of that dang wolf. He's up by explosives, and I think it's best to approach that from the back because I think it has the best amount of cover. I really want to play Arc Raiders, man, but I can't afford it. So if there's any billionaires in my stream who have money to burn and would like to burn that money, please give me some. I would love that. That would make my life so much fucking easier. Shit. Not lighting it without a fuse. Well, I need a fuse then. I'm gonna run over. The dog sees me, phooey. Just wanted this to go quickly. Where can I find a fuse? Can you please make this easy for me? All I want is a fuse to light my TNT. Would you please oh so kindly provide that for me? I don't think I could use the battery. And all these cables and you can't use one of them, bruh? You for real right now? Brother! Be a little intuitive, eh? I don't know if I can find the fuse anywhere. Looks ancient, so what I don't even know what it would have been used for. Yep, I don't see a fuse. This is an older game, by the way, guys. Please realize I'm Gen Z, and I'm a little dumb for these kinds of games. Players aren't gonna. I apparently just have to be a bit more thorough in the workshop. Guess that makes some sense. Said from the shelf in the workshop. Grab some string. Not sure what shelf they're referring to, but I will figure that out. I did look at a guide briefly, by the way, guys. Again, I said I'm not firing on all cylinders right now, so I gotta be straight with you. Might honestly just be a little bit too inebriated to play at this point. I'm trying not to get any drunker. Alright, apparently when you enter the workshop, the shelf to your left has a box of string. Apparently, looks like I can't pick it up. Don't know why. Do I have to break it? I can't grab it. Now I feel like a bit of an idiot. It's not letting me grab this. Is this what we need to grab? Let me look at a walkthrough here real quick. Just checking on some for your guys' viewing pleasure. Yeah, not letting me reach in here. I don't have the, Yeah, interesting. Let me go ahead and save where I am. Yeah, see, like, I can't left-click or reach in there, which I'm supposed to be able to do. So I'm going to go ahead and restart this real quick. Sorry, guys. There was a legitimate bug. It can't really do much about that. Give me just a second. I'm going to try again. Happy spooky Halloween, by the way, folks. Just wanted to reiterate. Okay, let's try this again. Ouch! I forgot you were electrocuted. Shelf to the left here should have... I can't reach in. Do I have to find the bottle of stuff first? Sorry guys, I just need to find out where he found this bottle. I don't know what's going on here. Hey guys, I just have to watch this through. I'm going to put it on the be right back screen just because. Okay, guys, I'm a full-on idiot. Apparently, I have to go back to the office and get a bottle of Baxter that I didn't notice when I was there. So, time to traverse. I know I can kill the dog with a pickaxe now. So I have a save area. Hey, bruh. Come here. Let's fight it out. Come here. Come here. Okay, yeah. You know, I really thought I had a chance. I'm just gonna run. I don't want to deal with this guy. I'm not scared of him. I'm just annoyed by him at this point. I want to get my bottle of Baxter, and this dog can ingest my phallus about it if he has a beef problem with it. Hey, what's up, Luis? I am slightly drunk. So if I slur my words, I apologize. But I have to go back to this office area and get something called Baxter because I'm an idiot and didn't get it at first. There it is. Give me that. Explosives. This way. It misguided me. I don't know where the dog is, but I don't really care. I'm running too fast for it. I'm a speedy boy. Yeah, Mexico don't have a Halloween as a holiday. That's fair. I know, I won't say it's similar to Halloween, but I know you have Dia de los Muertos, or is that what it's called? Dia de los Muertos? I might be calling it wrong. But the Day of the Dead, which I think is a fucking awesome holiday, by the way. I love how you all celebrate that. Yeah, Dia de los Muertos. There it is. No, Dia de los Muertos would just mean two, because that's stupid. But yeah, no, like, I think it's a really, really cool way of normalizing and also kind of romanticizing death to make it meaningful and honestly, like, a way of making people not forget. And that's a big, like, holiday that I massively respect. And I've honestly thought about, like, celebrating it regularly as a result of that. Because, as someone, like, myself, I've struggled with death personally as a concept. Like, one of my friends, his name was Michael, passed away last year, about this time. I want to say it was about this time last year. I believe it was from a drug overdose, but I'm not 100% certain. Given his history, that's what I would guess it was. You know, it just all seemed very fleeting. There was only one person that was very close to him who posted anything about it or mentioned it in any way. And I feel like just the way that people get forgotten is really scary. And for Dia de los Muertos, I think it's awesome because it allows people to have a day to recognize those who are no longer with them and celebrate them instead of just mourning them. And just celebrate them for the people that they were in an artistic and visionary way. And I just don't think we recognize that in the U.S. very much. And I feel like we need something like that over here. Which is, I mean, another fucking reason I really, really don't agree with this whole immigration bullshit that's going on with Trump. I won't talk so much about politics right now. I used to be very much on the right wing. I'm very much no longer on that side. Especially nowadays with this whole, like, the type of immigration reform that's happening in the U.S. pisses me off. Anyway, I won't let my drunken self control the topic for the evening. Let's break this down. There we go. Can I soak you in this directly? No. Okay. I have to go see if I can get the string. Ow! Move this over here, man, so I can hop over it. Ugh! And I should just disable that. Crap. But yeah, not to equate Dia de los Muertos with Halloween, but I think it's a really, really neat holiday. Please grab the string in here, please. Please. Dude, I might not be able to continue this game if I'm not able to grab the string. Let me see here if this is a bug. Okay, I have to find the book of explosives in the office, so I have to run back there. Yay! The Penumbra games are some of the last Spanish games I played on Spanish, specifically the second one. The second one's the one that scares me the most. Since the Spanish traduction, I guess you mean translation, had a terrible translation of the server browser, or You might be saying the right word. I just might not know that one, man. I'm sorry. Not only it hits the wrong modules, but the number of them as well. Gotcha. Terrible translation on the server puzzle. Oh yeah. No, bad translations on puzzles in games can be like deal breaking or game breaking. Luckily, you seem to understand English very, very, very well. Honestly, you know some English words that I don't know, man. Straight up. Wonder if I can hide away now. Maybe. I will be gone for a very short amount of time, folks. I know I've been pausing a fair bit this time, but I gotta take a quick piss, and I cannot hold it anymore. I will be right back. right, we are back. Let me read what you said, Louise. Since the Spanish translation was terrible and the server paused, not only hits of the wrong modules, but the number of them as well. I was stuck for 2 days and the sake of your life couldn't pass that room. Dude, I'm sorry. I remember doing that one, the one with the modules, for the server. If I was misled on like the amount of modules, that would really piss me off. So I'm sorry that happened to you. All right, let's go to the office. Wolf shouldn't be down this way. Oh, crap! Wolf shouldn't be down this way. Famous last fucking words, bruh. Let's circle back. Using that real core buildinger this time. Hey, man. Let's not do this right now. Alright, I know where to go now. Hopefully I don't run into the wolfie. I don't know how slow he is. Oh, he is down there. No, dude, this guy's quite slow. He's really not attacking. He's playing dangerous music now, though. Hopefully he doesn't walk in here. He shouldn't. Yeah, as long as I book it, we should be good. Ooh, I didn't check this drawer. How can I not do that? Give me that small key. Copenhagen Post. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of the death mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested. I really like the Penumbra story, but a lot of people never play it. Yeah, no, dude, you are the first person that I know that has played Penumbra. Seriously. You're the first person I've talked to. I've recommended it many times, and those people have never played the game. I tell them, play Penumbra. You liked Soma. You liked Amnesia. Play Penumbra. And they don't play Penumbra. Play Penumbra. It's good. It's so good. Play Penumbra. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that the mine-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. This one? Crap. Oh no, am I going to kill myself? I don't want to do that. Life good. Life good. No reason to shorten it. Live the time that you got, man. Even if it sucks, bro. There's experiences to be had. Okay? There's experiences to be had. Have those. They good. They good. Okay. Apparently, I need something called the Book of Explosives. I need to make sure I find that. Whoa, is that it? Those are batteries, but I need those, though. No, not you. I'll save while I'm here. It doesn't help that it's PC exclusive. Yeah, that's true. I will say, though, I think story-wise, my favorite... frictional game is probably Soma. I love the question it asks. Like about what level of consciousness constitutes someone being themselves versus someone else. Like above all, it posits a very, very deep and philosophical question while tying a very, very great meaningful story with fantastic characters into it. Fantastic experience. I'm going to play the game again on stream. And I'm going to reminisce about the good times where I had no responsibilities and no bills and shit. And where I could order pizza whenever I wanted and wasn't fucking having to eat beans and rice every day. I'm kidding. I don't have it that bad, guys. I'm just joking around. But adult responsibilities suck, man. I'm fucking bald. What can I say, man? All it says instructions on how to manufacture a basic fuse. The saw box is string back in that workshop. I'm slurring, man. Sorry. Drinking a little bit too much alcohol. You like it more than Amnesia? Yeah, that's fair. I think Amnesia is a great game series, and I think atmospherically it's almost unmatched. I think Soma is better, though. I think Soma is better than Amnesia. I do need to play Amnesia the Bunker, though. because I heard from some souls that Amnesia the Bunker is a spiritual successor to Penumbra, and I really would love to play it. I would also, man, dude, can I just say the moan I would release from my guttural self if Frictional decided to like make a new Penumbra game or a new addition to the Penumbra games. I don't know how it concludes, so maybe it has a great ending that's wrapped up in a bow. But if they could find a way to get like this atmosphere and vibe from these Penumbra games into a modern game with a modern engine that plays like a modern type of game, I think I would love it. I would absolutely love it, and I would buy it immediately. I would buy it on launch day to support my friends over at Frictional Games because they would deserve it at that point. They would have earned it from me. The ending is really final. Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe if they had something that was in the same universe as Penumbra that had to do with the same mines, but had some sort of spin-off to it as well, that had a different character. I don't know. If it's, I'll have to see how final this ending is because I'm planning on wrapping it up this time on stream and finishing it up with Requiem. The story ends with Black Plague. We'll let us see a proper remake. Okay, what about Requiem then? Why does Requiem exist? Because I heard that Requiem is part of the story. Like it's not like a remake or anything. It's like it's a part of the game's like actual story system. That wolf is nearby. I'm gonna leave. Yes and no, I can't tell. Gotcha. So, like, I understand that this guy's father is dead. That's one thing I do remember from playing one of these games is I found my father's body at one point. So, is Requiem a part of the game's story? Like the original trilogy story, or is it like a spin-off? Like, that's all you have to tell me. It's like a yes or no question. Like, it won't really be anything that like makes me worry about the game itself. Again, I am really surprised. I have never met another soul that has heard of or played Penumbra. I'm surprised that you do, Luis. You are a man of taste. Can I just say you are a man of taste for having played this game, for real. By the way, Luis, just out of curiosity, what's your favorite food of all time? And how would, if it's something that's kind of like you would suspect that I don't know what it is, what do you think would be a good method for me to be able to make it and try it? Just curious. I want to know what you think. I'm going to look that up right now. I'm going to put you on blast. But I'm going to see something delicious on my screen right now. Wait, is it meatballs? Is it meatballs? No, dude, this is... No, you're valid. So you're talking like tomato soup with meatballs? Like this? Like a meatball stew? Let me look up what you're saying. Let me see. In caldo de jitomate. Let me know if I'm pronouncing that poorly. Okay. Gotcha. So it's like a tomato soup with meat. Gotcha. Is there anything like... Pardon me. Seriously. Is there anything like special about the tomato soup, like of note? Like that has to be done with it to make it taste the way that you like it? If you have a recipe, feel free to DM it to me on Discord because I will make it and try it. I love trying all sorts of foods, and I have a massive spice rack. If you mention a spice, I probably have it. If I don't have it, I will probably try to get it. So, it says chicken soup flavor. I'm guessing it's like a bouillon, like this. Hang on. Let's see. I see this in the Mexican aisle a lot, like this. Sorry, you don't cook very well. You left that for your brother or mom. They're the chefs in the family. Gotcha. I'm so sorry about my cough, folks. Hang on. Your grandmothers too, but they aren't around anymore. No, rest in peace to them. May God bless them. May God bless their souls, and may they rest peacefully. But yeah, no, I really like to cook, and I like to know like what different types of things are. One of my statements is like if anyone were to give me a food tour of any country in the world, Mexico would probably be my first choice, probably closely followed by some countries in Central America like Costa Rica. Costa Rica, I still think, has the best coffee in the world. Central America makes the best coffee ever. Like, and also El Salvador. El Salvadorian coffee is very, very good. Whenever I get instant coffee, I always end up getting that El Salvadorian brand. I'm trying to remember what it's called. This one. This one is really good. I'm a big Dalgona drinker. I like to drink my sugary Dalgona with milk, and I always whip it up with this stuff, and it tastes the best whenever I do it with this. But yeah, El Salvadorian instant coffee is the way to go. Oh, there's my thumbnail. You're not too much of a coffee guy. Got you. How like big of a thing is coffee in a place like Mexico? Here, let me try to reframe this a little bit. There we go. A lot. Okay, so it's just not really for you. Do you drink anything in particular? Are you like a big tea drinker? Or do you drink just like a lot of water? I mean, water's good. Always drink water if you can have access to it because it's good for you. You don't like tea? That's fair. I don't like most tea. I like hibiscus tea. That's about it. So you're not really a tea or coffee person. Do you not like the taste of coffee or just not really gravitated towards it? I feel like there's a type of coffee prepared in some way that everyone... I feel like there's a type of coffee prepared in some way that is for everyone unless you fundamentally hate the way that coffee tastes. But whether or not that way is practical is very, very debatable, and a lot of the time, a lot of people just don't want to have that type of dependency. But no, Cafe Listo, if you're getting a, like, instant coffee, that El Salvadorian coffee is some good shit, and you have to get that. Okay, finally I can grab the string. Oh my god, I feel so good. Oh my god, I feel so good. Let me save. You don't like the effort for the taste and it doesn't awake me. How have you had it prepared? If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine. What the hell's going on? Can I go? Okay, good. Because, I mean, I understand if you just poured, like, drip into a cup and drank it and didn't like it. But, like, if you put a little bit of milk or cream in there and you put a little bit of sugar in there if you want to have a little bit of sweetness, it changes the profile completely. I still put a bit of sugar in my coffee because I'm a kid and I like my sweets. You have a coffee machine insoluble. Gotcha. Again, I'm not trying to force you to like coffee. I'm just curious about what your experience with it is. By the way, I work at this coffee shop. I can tell you more about it at some point, but we serve these sandwiches, these breakfast sandwiches that come with these Asiago cheese bagels, and they have toasted bacon, like a crispy bacon, on top of an egg patty with a sriracha and honey cream cheese on them. They are fatty as hell and they are delicious. That may sound very, very indulgent, and that's because they are. And I slather that cream cheese on there whenever I make them because I do the food there. For the most part. Like, there's a lot of other people who do the food and they do it phenomenally, but a lot of the time, especially during the weekdays, I'm there doing the food. And that's my job, and I do enjoy it. They're great people. So, yeah. Here, I could try to find a picture, actually, for you guys. I'll try to find one that I made. I'll be able to recognize my level of schmear on there. Let's see here. Let me find it. Let me try to find one specifically that I've done. Sorry about that uncovered cough there. It's my office, though, and it's completely isolated. I mean, the top image is someone who ordered it without any cream cheese. So that's a little bit depressing. But, yeah, I'm trying to find one specifically that I did here. I might have to consult Instagram if I can't find anything too proper. The closest you got into coffee was when you were in the capital with friends, but I usually use it as an excuse to drink it with rum. Fair enough. Fair enough. My combo right here, very boring, is grape juice and vodka. It is just... yeah, it gets the job done. Oh man, they don't have many images here. Yeah, all our reviews are still very, very good. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little bit away from the stream here, but you like the coffee liqueur of the mountain towns? Fair enough. A lot of coffee liqueur that I've tried, especially like Kahuna, and like I think I tried a cheaper one. It was like some sort of Mexican version. It was like a Mexican company that it does like a coffee liqueur. I'm trying to remember what they're called. They were just too sweet for me. Very, very sugary. Like, I like sweet things, but like, my God, dude, like too much sugar with alcohol is just so sickly. It's just so much for me. Dude, does Google not let me show like images or something for like these restaurants? Man, I really thought there was more readily available info on this. The syrup made ornamental sounds like sugar cane alcohol. It's a classic Eurosum fruit juice. Gotcha. Okay, no, Instagram's gotta be logged in. This was a goose chase for no reason. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go back to where I was. There we go. Okay, we're back. I need to soak this thing in some gunpowder. And there we have a fuse. Whoop. And jump. Made it nice and clean over. I'm going the wrong way completely. My sense of direction is terrible. Alright, this wolf can slobby my knobby. Because I'm not slowing down for the likes of it at all. Nope. What do you mean? What do you mean, nope? Dude! That's the lighter, man. That's the best use for that. Oh, I need to refill the lighter. I forgot that I didn't have that filled. Let's go. This is probably not adequate cover. And I'm probably going to die. Yep. Okay, let's try again. Let's get prepared this time, too. Lighter filled with fluid. Fuse is ready. Let's go. Alright, let's say the magic word. This wolf can slobby my knobby if it tries to kill me. Yeah, no, fruit juice and vodka. Like, a good acidic fruit juice will hide most vodka. Kool-Aid is also a good mixer option, but it's a little bit on the sweet side. Let's go. Gotta hide back here. Alright, we gotta go now. That wolf is gonna come this way. And we gotta leave. No! When I look back, I can't think of what spurred me to go deeper into the mine. Perhaps it was arrogance at still being alive, or something as ridiculous as facing adversity and coming out on top. Now I know I would have been better off starving or being mauled to death than kickstarting a chain of events that would have led me to end up here, writing to you. I just hope once you understand my story, you will have what's necessary to put an end to this tale. I certainly didn't. Okay. Here we are. The noises down here are so alien compared to the way sound travels on the surface. In here. Is this the server room? This is the boiler room. Blind experimentation never achieves anything? No, it does, though. That's literally how human beings learn about anything at all. Was use uniform as the rest of the chefs, but why dig it out by hand? Okay, it needs a battery. I'm gonna save here just in case. Ooh, plenty of batteries for my flashlight. My wife sent me a picture of an axolotl at someone's house. She's at a Halloween party right now, and there's an axolotl. It's one of her friends' houses, and they have a pet axolotl, and she's been sending me pictures of him. Here's another picture. Look at how lovely he is. What a fantastic axolotl. If you don't think this axolotl is fantastic, banned. I'm kidding. They are rare. Yeah, they're pretty rare here too. They're mostly domesticated if you find them up here. Natural axolotls I know are a little bit more like closer to Central America, I think, and also some parts of like lower Europe. I think I'm not 100% sure. Connecting a verb secondary blood flow by turning appropriate valve current. My God. Turn on cooling system to avoid overheating. Release excess steam until pressure is within safe limits. Begin grease flow, ensuring leakage is minimal. Return main valve and confirm primary flow. Pull main operation lever. Check energy output. Your unit should be now fully functional. Okay. Don't know what the fuck that means, but okay. I think there's more to explore before I get to that. I might have to leave that for another episode. Especially also because I want cookies. I got this monster cookie mix and I want to make it for me and my wife. Crap. Excuse you? Hi. You gonna be rude to me all day long? Huh? Uses. Box is empty. Okay. Give me those batteries. My stream's been 2.5 hours long. What's in here? Nothing important. What about here? Com radio. Maybe there's someone out there after all. Hello? Boys? I'd come to have a word with you myself, but I've got more important things to do than piss about making sure you're all doing your jobs properly. You know, there's a certain amount of camaraderie between you lot playing pranks and jokes on each other. By the way, I've played a fair bit of Penumbra before, Luis. I've played through about half of Black Plague, so I know some of it. I know there's some amount of camaraderie between you lot playing pranks and jokes on each other. It comes with the territory, and that's fine as long as you don't add me to your list. God knows you need something to keep entertained down here. However, you all know full well that Penrose has some very deep-seated issues with his hide. So anyone who thought it would be a good idea to sabotage his generator, that hide all the spare fuses on the top shelf in the storeroom will be quite clearly needed to examine. You get me? Okay, now I know where everything is. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, foreman. Here's the power room. Yeah, this is where the batteries need to go. Well, folks, I honestly think this might be a good stopping point, so I might have to end stream here. It's been almost 2.5 hours on this stream, but I'll be back again soon to play more Penumbra. Might take a bit of a break stream in between, but I'm, again, very interested in revisiting the story. Happy Halloween. You guys have a fantastic night. Enjoy your sweets. Have a great night, and thank you so much for sticking with me. Luis, special thanks to you for always being here on my streams, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you so much.